Alright, so we're at the Bear Goodwill. We actually just shopped it. Yeah, let's see what we got. Got some good stuff, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get into it. We got... Oh. We got a cafe frappe with some coffee. We'll just throw that right out. This is a Mr. Coffee Cafe Frappe. These things used to go for like $200. Now they go for like 50. So if you can pick them up for 10 bucks, still worth it. Just try not to get the coffee with it. We picked up that Pampered Chef bowl for, how much was that? $5. We got a Candyland and a Monopoly Here and Now, $2 a piece. And we got 3 of these Eaton Halo Home Bluetooth dimmers for $3 a piece. They sell, they're new, they sell for like $30 a piece.
That's not new, but...
Pampered Chef thing.
That's right there.
Squirty thing, I don't know, easy accent decorator, whatever that is, I don't know. We got 4 of these. These are Ralph Lauren Polo acrylic cups from the 70s. $1 a piece. The set of 4 should get about $35-40 bucks. Revere Ware pot, really nice shape. Really nice shape. KitchenAid tea kettle, always worth it for $4.25. That's like a no-brainer.
Grab that one.
Yeah, a couple of alarm clocks. This GE for $6.25. That should get probably 30 bucks. This Sony Dream Machine for $6. That's probably about a $25. And then this little Fisher Price toy, picked that up for $3 bucks. And if you can find these new, they're going for like 40 bucks. So I'm thinking I could sell that for at least 25 to maybe 28, maybe 30. Yeah, so that's it. And it's a bit windy, so we're gonna get in the car and get started with our video. Hey, how's it going there, yo pal Jim, Super Picker Flipping Duo. So we already hit the Bear store. It's actually Newcastle. And we're on the way to the bins after stopping for lunch because the bins did their changeover and all of that. It's now 3 o'clock. It's 3:40 actually now because we sat for a while and ate and just, you know, whatever. We're not on any kind of time constraint today, I don't think. But so we're going to the bins, seeing what they have. So let's talk about the big news that hit overnight. Something that I prognosticated with Caleb on a comment. They talked about how I shipped a box to the West Coast for 20 bucks and how that's kind of high. And like, yeah, you can see why I charge that $5 to the West Coast. I was like, yeah, you know what? With all these gas prices going crazy high, USPS, FedEx, and UPS are going to put in temporary surcharges because of the fuel prices. And guess what? Overnight, like 5 hours after I made that comment, USPS announced an 8% increase starting late April. And it's for all their Ground Advantage, Priority Mail. It doesn't apply to stamps. So, you know, if you're mailing stuff with a stamp, you're still good. But like commercial plus, which is us as eBay sellers, like that stuff's going up 8% across the board because gas prices shot through the roof. And it's going to be temporary. That's what it says in their little press release. From April 24th or 26th to just so happens January 17th, 2027, which is about the time that they raise their rates anyway. So, yeah, this temporary 8% increase. From
April till January?
Right. So they're expecting gas prices just to not come down. And they're in the government, so they are probably being advised that. So, vote. Get out and vote. And when I talk to people in this business and other like self-employed entrepreneurial type, businesses like ours where, it's a single employee, like just us working for ourselves, they're like, well, the government doesn't really get involved in what I do. Yes, they do. By doing this. We're driving around, gas prices are high. Now we're having to pay 8% more to ship all of our stuff. Are we going to have to eat that cost? Probably, because nobody's raising their prices because we're all trying to race to the bottom on all of the stuff that we're selling. So, vote. It's important. And pay attention. Pay attention to who's screwing you. It's important. I know, she doesn't like it when I talk politics, particularly in public or on this channel, as it were. But I'm pissed.
Well, I think you're getting yourself worked up.
I mean, the government's costing me money.
Yes. The moment, there's nothing you can do about it.
I just lost 8% of my income for the remainder of the year.
Well, and that's probably not coming back, so.
Is the way that I see it. So,
yeah.
Because FedEx and UPS are undoubtedly going to follow suit.
I'm going to do the same, right?
And sellers that either aren't paying attention or just, want to absorb that cost to make the sale, whatever the case is, I don't like that spot, are going to just keep their prices low, which, we can absorb 8% and still make a profit, but I want that 8% in my pocket. Like, that's my money. Doesn't have to go to Iran or, for those reasons. So it's just frustrating. Go vote. We're going to go and do the bin thing.
Because it's a good time to do the bins when you're frustrated.
Right. Now I'm angry, so I'm going to go punch somebody in the face in the bins. It's a good time to go to the bins, actually, when you're all mad and somebody gets in your way. You can just knock them out, and that's what they're there for. Anyway, let's go bin shopping. All right, so the bins. We bought stuff. When I'm at the bins as a content creator, a YouTuber, I feel like there's a target on my back. I didn't film in there. I brought my camera with me and my mic and all that, but I don't know if I'm going to film anything today just because I'm not in that right kind of, I don't feel like dealing with that stuff. Yeah, so, but when I'm at the bins, like, the only people that are going there mainly are resellers, so they're in there to turn a profit on that stuff. So I feel like if I'm in there filming content, they're like, oh, you're exposing my honey hole, the place where I source the bulk of my stuff, because people just hang out there all day. So I feel like there's a target on my back when I go there and film. So I didn't want to film outside the bins either. But we did get some stuff. We got, the big thing was probably a rolling JanSport backpack thing. The rolling backpacks go for a considerable amount of money. That style that I looked up, I believe, goes for like $60 to $70. And we paid $50 for everything. So this one thing That's including shipping. So this one thing should just about pay for the whole stop. Also picked up another rolling luggage type thing from, never heard of this brand before, but Briggs and Riley. It's missing the strap, but everything else is, I mean, that's the only thing that detaches. So, but like the thing to check out with that, of course, do the wheels roll freely, and does the pole come out, and does it extract and detract or whatever freely, and well, I guess, I don't know. But both of those seem to be in decent shape, except they're both kind of yucky outside, but surprisingly clean inside. So, picked up a pair of Crocs. I'm trying to think what else we bought. A rear wear lid. Those are not the exciting things. What else did we buy? A cooler. We bought a Coleman cooler, vintage one, Coleman Oscar, or an Oscar by Coleman, however you want to, you know. But it's old. It's older, from the 80s, maybe late 70s. Big stuff. I mean, which is not what you want to buy at the bins. You know, you want to buy stuff that's lightweight. And the stuff that we picked up was not so much lightweight. I picked up a lithograph set, I believe. Some lithograph. She found it. It was a Civil War, like, paintings, drawings. 3 of the 4 in that set were in there, so I don't know what they'll do, but it's paper, so it costs pennies. And I really can't think of what else. I mean,
I really don't even know.
Yeah, that whole experience was just a giant blur.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
You got those boots, like rain boots.
Oh, yeah, we bought a pair of Hunter boots. They were in nice shape, except they're folded funny. So they got a bit of a wave in them, but
I don't even know. You got that weird puppet.
Oh, yeah, the Super Mario Brothers, the plant.
Yeah,
the puppet that comes out of the pipe. Him in a puppet form. That was super light, so that cost basically nothing. Yeah, just, I mean, those 2 rolling suitcases, that's, I'm going to say between the both of them, we're probably going to profit about $100. So you take away the $50 that we paid just in those 2 items, we're profiting about $50. And then the rest. The rest is the rest.
Really just little odds and ends.
Yeah, just small stuff. Those boots should do okay. The Crocs, who knows? We didn't go through the clothing side. By the time we were done with the general merchandise, they were getting ready to pull, and then they started pulling the clothing bin, so we would have had to wait for them to finish and then, you know, get through it. Didn't want to deal with all that, so. Now we're going to another Goodwill, because this is all Goodwills. Unless you want to stop at that Value Village, but we were just there.
Yeah.
So, probably not worth going back to. So probably just these last 2 Goodwills, and then probably be it. Maybe we'll hit Middletown or Smart. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how. I don't know. We'll see. I'd be okay with this being it. I think both of those bins back there are fairly full.
Yeah. I mean, those rolling bags are really large, so they take up.
Right, they're full, but they're full with big stuff, so it's not like we're getting a ton of stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, so let's see what the next Goodwill gives us. Then the one after that, we'll go to those two for sure, and then we'll just kind of play it by ear after that. So,
alright, see how we do that.
yeah, see how we do with those two. Decide whether it's worth it to keep going, because it is later in the day. It's already 5, so we may run out of time because these stores close at 7 or 8. So yeah, so let's see what the rest of this trip brings. Hopefully good stuff. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Let's find out. Alright. This could have well sucked. I got one thing. Drop mix game. That's it. $5. That's all I spent here. But there's cards in there, so that's good. That raises the value a little bit. It goes from like 35 to like 45. So, not bad. Not bad at all. It's windy as hell out here. So let's get to the next one. Alright, so that one sucked. Like I said. Just bought the one thing. $5, that's all I spent.
I don't like that stuff.
Yeah,
It's getting worse and worse.
It's bad. It really depends on the time of day that you go there. They don't restock during the day.
There was a guy putting stuff out,
Yeah.
but
I feel like they just don't. I don't know. Maybe they don't hustle with their restock. Like they're not.
I don't think any of them hustle with their
Right,
restock.
right.
But okay.
Not like other stores. Other stores are good about like all day. They have at least carts out, so you can go through the carts if you want. But like
Right,
this next store.
This next one usually has like 2 or 3 out. Yeah.
Sorry, I was thirsty. So yeah, it's bad. Bad. Now the sun's in a weird spot. So like I'm in a shadow. But from like here down is not. I don't know.
We're struggling today.
The only coffee we had is at-home coffee. We didn't get Dunkin' today. And at-home coffee just doesn't hit the same as when you buy a coffee. Like when you buy a coffee, they add extra shit to it to make it like bigger. I don't know.
Also, don't need to be buying coffee every day.
We don't, but then we need to take naps. Because
Getting old.
well, the coffee, like I have Starbucks Keurig cups, and they don't hit the same as a Dunkin' or a Starbucks when you go and buy it. And I'm drinking less at those stores than I am at home. But anyway, that's why we're tired and lackadaisical, because we haven't had a coffee, a proper coffee. We had foo-foo coffee at home. So now we're going to the Newark store, and then from there we'll probably go home because it's already 5:20. By the time we get down to Middletown, it'll probably be like, depending on how long we spend in this store, like right at 7.
You know what though? Driving home 5, 6 o'clock
is gonna suck. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
So we have that to look forward to. But there's nowhere else to go. I mean, we've exhausted all the thrift stores. Maybe we can go to the Value Villages and just, visit the stuff we saw last week. Or not even last week. I don't think we hit this stuff last week.
No.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, we've got some stuff back there. It's not.
It's, a day or 2.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you're doing that auction, we're going to have the auction pickup.
I did buy stuff from auction. I spent about $100 at an auction.
Okay.
Online. Pickup is on Saturday from 9 to 12 in Salisbury, Maryland. So,
kind of sucks.
That sucks. I didn't pick up a ton there either. Like, the big money item is Encyclopedia Britannica.
You bought encyclopedia?
Yes, I bought an entire encyclopedia set. Yes, I did. From 1974. That's the big, that when I say big, that's the heavy item. That's gonna suck to ship, but yep, bought an encyclopedia set for $30.
Paid $30 for books.
Yep, that encyclopedia set will probably sell for like $250-ish, $200 to $250. So yeah, I bought it. I could sell the individual books and just sit on it a while, or longer, I should say, because it's not like encyclopedias fly off the shelves or anything. Yep. And also bought Pier 1 flatware, 31 pieces. That was the big buy. That was $50 for that set. 31 pieces. From what I saw, like 7-8 pieces go for like $200. So I got 31. So should do okay with that. But again, that's kind of a slow seller. A lot of the stuff at this auction was just slow seller. This auction was just some old lady, like no provenance really, just some old Salisbury ladies going into assisted living, I think, and she can't take it all with her, so they're liquidating, or maybe she's dead, I don't know, but she can't take it with her then either. So I bought some stuff. Bought some books. Bought a Blanco glass. She's really into bull mastiffs, which I like bull mastiffs. They're a cool looking dog. Yeah, fun stuff. And I bought some lots that were like, nobody's bidding on this, so let me just pay $2 for it and just see what I get. Gamble lots for $2. I'll take it. I'll take my chances on that kind of stuff. As long as I find one thing in that lot. Like, I bought a lot for $2 and it had a Scrabble game in there. I'm like, okay, I know I can sell the Scrabble game for $22 to $25. Just your 70s version of Scrabble, right? Like, no, the red box. So that's my money back right there. If I don't sell anything else, then I don't sell anything else. I just have to carry books back and forth, which is, whatever. There are a couple of older trophies in there, which they can do okay. And, yeah. So, that's this weekend. Saturday, we're heading down to Salisbury. But unfortunately, we just have to pick up the stuff and then run back because we got stuff to do here. So we're not really going to be able to thrift down there or anything like that, which normally we would do. Like, if we're going somewhere that's kind of far away like that, we thrift around, and then we come back. So can't do that Saturday. So anyway, let's go to this Goodwill and then probably call it a day. So another stop where we didn't get a whole lot. I did pick up just one thing, and it is this bag of security cameras. They are Uniden cameras. They're in the bag, so Uniden cameras. These black cameras, I paid $20 for the bag, and I got 3 kit cameras. The silver one, I didn't look up. These 2 black ones is the only other thing in the bag. They've gotten $68.95 for one, so I got 2 of them in here. So that's $140 in cameras there, and then plus this one. I don't know what that one gets. VT361. I'll look that up in the car. I'm gonna say it's an indoor camera, so probably 30 or 40 bucks, not that much. But these outdoor ones do very, very well. There's still the new sticker on them, so I don't know that they've been used. They don't look like they've been outside. So, very nice shape. You know, as far as, not a whole lot, but as far as quality, do pretty dang good. So, into the car we go. I said, let's do this before the sun sets. Let's go. All right, we're done. So it was not a very good day.
Started out okay.
Started out okay, and that's how it always goes every time we go out. The early stores do well, and then as we go through the day, it just kind of fizzles. I did see stuff at this last store. They had iRobot Bravas, which are like little, like iRobot moppy things, I think. But they wanted $20 a piece for them. You can get 40 to 50 plus shipping, so probably 50 to 60 free shipping. But to lay out $20 for that is not.
It's too much money tied up in it.
Yeah, too much money. So.
Did you see they had the KitchenAid cup, that thing that we've been buying? We usually pick up for like $1, maybe $2.
Mm-hmm.
They had it for $4.
That's too much.
But it's
too much.
It's not even a cup. It's a clear container with a lid.
Right.
Like it's practically Tupperware.
It's just a jar for their hand blender. That's all it is. But you know, their store's got to make their money too. So
Apparently.
It's our job to be smarter than them and find the stuff that they don't know about. So they're always gonna, and with Google Lens and taking pictures on eBay, and we use that stuff too. You know, we're not experts in everything that we buy, right? So, you know, those Fisher Price toys, it's easier to just take a picture of it and just see what other pictures are selling for, and then when you go to solds on pictures, that's a dangerous thing to do. But for me, it's like, okay, at least it's selling, right? And I don't care about the sell-through rates so much. Like, is it selling if I just take a picture of it, and like, is this picture of this item selling? Yes, it is. And then I can go back and search, you know, actually type in the name if I want to. But yeah, we use the picture stuff. We use Google Lens and all of that. So thrift stores are doing that. So they're becoming experts through their cell phones as well. And they're pricing stuff higher, and they're trying to figure out the price that they can get away with charging. Which sometimes they get away with it and sometimes they don't. You know, I saw something at the bins that I saw at the this store, at the last store we were at for a while. I just saw it at the bins just now. Some like bath jet thing, like turn your bathtub into a whirlpool thing, because they couldn't get $15 for it because, you know, what, nobody's buying that stuff now. If people were still buying that stuff, they would still make it. Like, that's the thing about that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's it. We're done?
I think so.
Okay. So if U.S. mail, and what's going to happen is FedEx and UPS are all going to follow suit. If that temporary raise because of the gas prices shooting through the roof real suddenly upsets you, go out and vote this November. That's, you know, and vote for the guys that aren't screwing you right now, because it's the only way things are going to change, right? Because one man's decision caused this mess that we're in now, and it's the guy in the Oval Office. So Yeah, sorry to get political, but you gotta pay attention to that kind of stuff because it does affect your bottom line. When you're self-employed, you're in your car for a living, and you're, worried about costs, shipping costs, fuel costs. It all adds up. 8% is that's a big chunk. That's if you're looking at return on investment and you're at 40%, now you're at 32%, just because, like, you didn't do anything different. Just one day you lose 8%, and for the rest of the year.
And that doesn't, so what's going to happen around the holidays when they have their normal holiday increase?
Right.
Is a holiday increase going to come on top of that 8%?
It is. That's not going to change a thing.
Because if memory serves so, it wasn't until like January after the holidays when they got rid of their holiday increase, but then they did their yearly increase.
That's what happens every single year. The holiday increase goes away, their yearly increase goes away, and it's the same damn thing. Like, they just increase for the holidays. That's their yearly increase. Mm-hmm. Their pre-fourth quarter stuff. So that's still going to come. This 8% increase is just a pre-holiday increase because they're taking advantage of the gas prices going up. And they probably have to increase their prices. I'm not saying that they don't have to.
Right.
Because
they're struggling to make ends meet anyway, right. But that's because they're being mismanaged.
Our gas prices have gone up $1.50 in the last 3 weeks. So yeah, it's a killer. So these services that are fulfillment based, that really depend on the oil prices being a reasonable level for their bottom line, they've got to make up for that, and that means that we're all paying for it on top of paying for our own gas and fuel. So anyway, go vote. It's important. And vote for the guys that aren't screwing you right now. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. You probably won't subscribe because you hate politics, so this is not the right video to ask for you to subscribe. But do it anyway.
We try to avoid politics.
Yeah. See you next time.